Hello, superstar traders. Welcome back to the super year 2024. I'm super delighted once again to welcome every one of you to this profitable year, precisely this profitable week. My name is 𝗟𝗏𝗘 𝗦𝗛 market analyst for EQ Markets Global, and we are back to fully resuming our weekly market outlook. Hooray! And you know that happens every Monday morning. All right, so without wasting any further ado, I'm going to be sharing with you my thoughts and my bias for the week. All right, so stay tuned and do well to subscribe if you have not subscribed to this channel. So let's first of all start with the economic calendar we have for this week. For the economic calendar this week, today, Monday, there will be bank holiday in US. And of course, um, the bank holiday is in observance of Martin Luther King Jr.'s Day. And of course, there will be low liquidity as we would be expecting from the US today. Aside that, there is no high impact expected news for Monday. Tuesday has some handful of information that we need to really look at. All right, 8 a.m. Nigerian time, we're going to be having the claimant count charge for the GBP. And then by 2:30, we're going to be having the CPI data that will be coming out from Canada, right? So we need to also factor that into our trading. And then, of course, the same 2:30 would also have the manufacturing index coming out from the US. And of course, Governor Bailey's of the Bank of England will also be giving a speech by 4 p.m. Tuesday, January 16th. And then, of course, on Wednesday, going forward to Wednesday, we have two very important news, which is the CPI for the Great Britain pound coming out 8 a.m. Nigerian time. And of course, retail sales reports coming out by 2:30 p.m. for the US. And then on Thursday, we would be having employment changes and of course unemployment rates coming reports coming out for 1:30 a.m. Nigerian time. All right, so obviously before we could be awake in the morning, this news must have occurred. So I'm telling you, so whatever trade you're leaving from Tuesday or Wednesday up until Thursday, you're going to also factor these into your trading plan. And then, of course, by 2:30 p.m., we're expecting unemployment claims reports to come out from the US. And then, of course, on Friday, January 19th, we will be having retail sales as well for the Great Britain, right? And of course, the consumer sentiment 4 p.m. for the United States. So these are just a few high impact expected news that we will be expecting this week. All right. So let's quickly go over back to our chart and let's look at the dollar index, right? And let's see what's most likely going to be happening to the dollar index and see how we can trade it. You know, over time, I've always been asked the simple question, why do you always look at the dollar index before looking at any other pair? Now, that's simply because most of the pairs that people literally trade is partly affected by the dollar. Euro USD, GBP USD, AUD USD, NZD USD, USD CAD, USD JPY, and of course US 30 and oil as well are affected by the dollar. All right, significantly they are affected by the dollar, not leaving behind gold as well. So gold, US 30, and as well the US oil, they are all affected by the dollar. So if they are really being affected by the dollar, then it's always just right for you to look at the performance of the dollar index and try to know where exactly it is going. And that's why I always look at the dollar index, right? Even if I'm not going to trade dollar pairs. All right, so let's quickly go into the business for today. So looking at the dollar index on the daily time frame, please stay with me. Please stay with me. Looking at the dollar index on the daily time frame, I'm expecting the dollar index to break this particular trend line here. Remember, we've been following this dollar index literally, we've been following this dollar index since around January 2023, somewhere say around here, we've been following the dollar index, right? Or even from 2022, we've been following this dollar index and watching every bit of its movement, right? So we're not new to it, right? So currently the dollar had taken a bullish turn from here. This is the zone where some people are going to call it yeah, exactly this point here, right? So this is the zone where some people will call it the failure swing zone, right? So I can find my failure swing zone around this level. And of course, those of you that have been following my analysis even last year, you know I gave all these zones before they happened, right? I literally give every single zone before market gets to that zone. Before market gets to that zone. So stay tuned. I'm going to tell you something more interesting that is even going to fetch you more money. All right. So I'm expecting that the bullish momentum that I could see trying to complete its circle here is going to push USD, the dollar index up above. Already on the 4-hourly time frame, or even on the daily time frame, you can see that it's closing above this trend line. And of course, if it closes above that trend line, that is more like a second level verification or confirmation that dollar is going to be strengthened. Now, let's quickly look at it on the 4-hourly time frame. All right. Now, on the 4-hourly time frame, this is what we can see, right? The 4-hourly time frame as well, the commodity channel index shows us that, look, buyers are aggressively upping into the market and trying to push prices even further above, right? So we will be expecting more bullish momentum, perhaps this week for the dollar index. And of course, if we're expecting more bullish momentum, we already know that USD base pairs are going to be going bullish and USD code pairs are going to be going bearish, right? So in that case, I'm going to be giving you a few of them that I've really analyzed, and I'll be telling you my bias on them. The first one of them is the USD card. All right. Remember, I told you that the if the dollar is going to be strengthened, then it simply means we're going to be expecting some bullish push on the USD base pairs, right? So USD card is one of such assets, right? And of course, on the USD card, let me look at it on the daily time frame so I could tell you. So on the USD card, yeah, we had this amazing trend line, yeah, and this trend line apparently, this trend line here apparently had been broken here, as you can see, okay, it had been broken here. Friday's candle closed above it, and today's candle is even in the opening above that trend line. All right, so critically looking at this, I have been able to spot on the daily point of interest. Okay, I've been able to spot the daily point of interest, and of course, the daily point of interest is this zone here. So I'm expecting prices to come into this zone. So if you're looking at trading USD card, you probably want to consider a buy opportunity up until this zone, all right? And of course, your stop loss, you can go way below. All right, so sorry about that. So you can literally have prices move up to this zone here. So let's quickly look at how we can take care of the risk. All right, let's quickly look at how we can take care of the risk because the risk is actually very important as well, right? So talking about the risk, I'll probably be finding my stop loss anywhere below this last swing low here, right? Anywhere below this last swing low here, I'll be finding my stop loss. So yes, of course, having a stop loss to around 1.33767 would be pretty fine. And of course, taking a buy position anywhere around where currently price is trading would also be super amazing, right? So this is presenting us with a 1:7 risk to reward. 1:7 risk to reward on USD card. I'm expecting that at least prices will come into 1.35792 as a final take profit. right? So congratulations on this trade. All right, and also on AUD USD, I'll be expecting some sell-offs to happen on AUD USD, right? I'll be expecting some more sell-offs to happen on AUD USD, okay? So let's quickly look at it on the daily time frame, and then of course I'm going to be explaining that to you as well. Okay. Sorry, just hold on a minute. Yo, amazing. So if you look at AUD USD right now on, if you look at AUD USD right now on the weekly time frame, right, you're going to notice that AUD USD had been moving in a trend line channel, right? And on that trend line channel, we've had series of notable touches on the trend line. The first, the second, we had the third, and then this came really close, and then of course we have the fourth. And then of course, what are we expecting? Price to at least rally down. And of course, this is what I could see. So I'm going to be explaining this based on the technicality and combination of the dollar index performance, right? So if the USD is going to be going bullish, then it simply means we'll most likely see a sell-off, probably see a sell-off on AUD USD, all right? So don't forget, this is a trend line channel, right? But then there are significant areas that I'm also looking at the sell-off coming into. So that brings me to daily, sorry about. All right, so sorry guys. Sorry for that little break. All right, so I was trying to look for the daily point of interest, okay, or even a point of interest on the 4 hourly time frame, and possibly to understand where prices would most likely be driving to before it's going to before we could possibly look for a new direction in the market. And of course, on the daily point of interest, of course, we have this particular candle here that looks like a tweezer, okay? It looks like a spinning top, so to say, all right? It's going to be our daily point of interest. So I'm expecting prices to drive, into the zone before going all the way to the top, right? So this is a sell-off that I am expecting, but um, I'm not going to give you I'm not going to give you um, permission to enter this trade because already this is um, approximately like 80 pips thereabout that I will be expecting, but the risk is too much, right? So let's do it, and then let's see what I'm talking about. So if you have to take this trade, right, at least your stop loss should be somewhere around here, while your take profit should be somewhere around here. You see, this is 1:1. And of course, this is not presenting us with a very good trade risk to reward trade setup, right? So I'm not going to be advising you to take this trade. Else, what I would be doing is to advise you to patiently wait, because I know AUD/USD will still go bullish. So patiently wait for trades to come into this zone, find confirmation around this zone, and then of course you can have a very good risk to reward for a buy, right? With a very tight stop and a very good risk or reward. Rather, you're going to be having at least 1:8 or 1:10 if you watch this happen, right? So this is going to be my bias on AUD USD, all right? I have similar bias as well on NZD USD. I have a similar bias as well on NZD USD. And of course, I'm expecting prices to fall into this zone here, right? Somewhere at around 0.60871 before prices will most likely reverse. So we can put this zone as well in mind, all right? As well on AUD CHF, I can see a very good buy opportunity on AUD CHF. So first, let me give you the history on AUD CHF. Right, let me give you the history on AUD CHF. It's a very long history, but please follow me. It's a very, very long history. So on AUD CHF, for the longest, at least up to 2005 data that I have seen, AUD had been falling against the CHF. But of course, there are moments of bullish run and bullish pressure, and of course, we can take such advantage of such bullish runs in the market, right? So looking at it on this monthly time frame, we've had a bullish confirmation. We've had a momentum change from bearish to saying, look, the bulls are saying we're willing now to continue. We're willing now to push prices to our favor, to the upside, right? And then, of course, scaling down to the weekly time frame as well, we can see something similar to that, right? We can see something similar to that. We can see when the bullish confirmation happened, and of course, it bulled. But of course, apparently, for the longest, all right, since August 2023 till date, the market has been moving in a range, right? But then we are yet to find yet another confirmation on the weekly time frame for a buy, and of which hopefully that is going to happen this week or next week. But if you scale even lower to the daily time frame, then you begin to see the opportunities begin to stare at you in the face. Okay, so on the daily time frame, we've got confirmations since last week Tuesday, and of course after that buy confirmations, market had been trying to push up, but then it was retarded. All right, the bullish run was stopped because of a resistance zone somewhere around here, right? Now, amazing. What are we going to do? All right, so long this is going to trade in the zone, then we still have a buy opportunity that would be playing out on this zone here. So basically, there is a method I've used to understand this ranging market and to take advantage of it. Take, for instance, here, right? Let me scale down to the 1 hourly time frame. You can see that better on the 1 hourly time frame, right? So if you look at these on the 1 hourly time frame, this is an amazing trend line. So we had a first tap, we have a second, a third. So every single time it comes to this trend line, I had a buy opportunity. The same thing happened, and then of course I had another buy opportunity here. And again here now, right, I'm having another buy opportunity. This is the first touch, the second, and then of course the third touch. So most likely a buy opportunity is going to be presented here, right? But this is on the 1 hourly time frame. If you look at it on the 15-minute time frame already, we've got confirmations as to taking a buy opportunity on AUD CHF, right? So this is amazing. This is already a buy confirmation on AUD CHF. So I could go into the market here, somewhere around there, right? I could go into the market somewhere around there, and then of course I'll try to minimize my losses, and then of course I'm taking it up until, let me look for the point of interest here on the 15-minute time frame. All right, I'll be having to take at least up to this zone here, right? So this is going to present me with an amazing 1:5, right? An amazing 1:, okay, let's 1:5, right? So the stop loss, your stop loss can be somewhere around 0.56821, right? You can enter the current market price, and then of course final take profit is going to be at 0.57122. Now, another thing I would like you to know, or I would like you to do for me, right, is if you're pretty scared of this trade, then I'd advise that you wait for a confirmation on the 1 hourly time frame. Yeah, just wait for a confirmation on the 1 hourly time frame. Say 1 p.m., 12 noon or 1 p.m. Nigerian time. This will obviously confirm, and then you can go in for a buy on AUD CHF. Amazing, right? So guys, I'm going to be stopping here. I gave you some trade setups on USD CAD and AUD CHF. Then I gave you my trade bias on AUD USD, NZD USD. I was supposed to consider USD JPY, but I don't want this video to be too long, right? So please and please, we're going to be having live trading sessions tomorrow and as well on Thursday. You don't want to miss the premium signals that we give in our group for free, all right? And you don't want to also miss out on the cash out a lot of people are making from those premium signals. So all you simply have to do is go to the description of this video, all right? You're going to see the link to sign up an account. Now, do well to sign up an account with EQ Markets Global so that somebody can contact you and put you through the process that you need to then have access to the premium signals that we give in our VIP group. And not only that, right? There are a lot of giveaways and many more that you're going to be benefiting from, right? You can only get to be aware of all of these if you're part of our community, right? Do how to sign up an account today, and somebody is going to reach out to you before the close of today, right? And also do how to make the best use of my trade setups and my bias on those pairs that I give to you. If you're new to this channel, one more thing you should do for me before you leave is please subscribe to the YouTube channel and also toggle on the notification bell. Put it out also that you get notified every single time we put out educative, informative, and contents that are going to richly bless you. All right. Thank you so much. To meet again next week, Monday. Bye for now.